A new feature in MyDistrictBuilder allows you to add sets of data to be viewed and explored as you're building a map. When you first get to MyDistrictBuilder, as we have here, you will notice at the bottom where the data grid is, as well as to the right where the labeling and shading portions of MyDistrictBuilder are, that there are certain sets of data already preloaded there for you. This data are the results of the 2010 U.S. Census. But let's say you wanted to add a little bit more data to explore as you're working on your map. To do this, you go to the Preferences tab here at the top and select it, and then select the My Criteria button. You will notice then that you have 3 areas to where you can add data for your purposes of building your map. The Grid Criteria set, which is the data grid below, the Label Criteria set, which is to the right here, the labeling portion of MyDistrictBuilder, and then the Fill Criteria set, which is the shading portion of MyDistrictBuilder located here. For our example, we're going to stick solely to the data grid, and what we're going to do is go from the beginner level, which is already that preloaded data, to intermediate. So we're going to go to the drop-down box, select intermediate, and then hit apply. You will then notice that the data grid, as we scroll to the right, that after you view that U.S. Census data from 2010, it also now gets into the American Community Survey data, which is also a survey conducted by the U.S. Census Bureau. This has anything from language skills to education levels, socioeconomic levels, housing levels, and all sorts of data, all here at your fingertips in MyDistrictBuilder in that intermediate level of data on the data grid. If we go back up to the Preferences tab and select My Criteria, you will see that there is a third option, which is the System Advanced feature. This advanced selection will now give you access to elections history and voter registration data. The sole reason to look at this data is to ensure that a map is in compliance with Sections 2 and 5 of the Federal Voting Rights Act, as well as provisions in Florida law relating to minority representation. This type of analysis would require some level of elections history and voter registration data to be used to verify that a minority candidate could have an opportunity to be elected in a specific district. To select this type of data for the use of our data grid, again go to the System Advanced in the drop-down window and then hit Apply. Once you do that, as you keep scrolling to the right, again past the census results and then the American Community Surveys results, you will see that the political data is there all the way to the right on your data grid.